He's totally fucking with us. What's happening, film friends? Dave the Film Junkie here. Okay, so David Ayer. I love this guy. He got the fandom a little riled up the other day by responding to people who were sending him old concept art of Suicide Squad, and basically he was claiming that the squad was going to take on Steppenwolf, and Enchantress was being controlled by a mother box. And, you know, parademons too, as opposed to the blistery, goopy, bubble face guys, the bubble wrap guys. Apparently it's supposed to be parademons. I don't know. Yeah. I mean, he put an E at the end of Steppenwolf. Also, guys, that concept art. I see Incubus right there, not Steppenwolf. Now, I'm not the artist. I'm not the concept artist, so I can't say that 100%. I get that. There's always a possibility, but it's just, my first reaction was, that doesn't look like Steppenwolf. He's totally fucking with people because, you know, he has been known to troll. So that was my first reaction, but that's just my brain right there. That's my brain. Now, the reaction of this took me by surprise because people were actually wanting the Suicide Squad to fight one of these gods and having them essentially setting up Justice League to then fight one of these gods because they couldn't do it. I mean, yeah. As much as it would have been kind of cool to see Suicide Squad take on Steppenwolf, but I mean, what, Steppenwolf was no match for Harley's bat and Captain's boomerangs? Also, the reaction I'm seeing from people is they think that if all this is true, which I just don't think it is, but they're thinking that Warner Brothers did, you know, some meddling, and Jeff Johns with his ball cap came in and started changing shit last minute. Really? Of a lot of this concept art for Suicide Squad was back in 2014. Well before Justice League was even written. I mean, there might have been an outline or whatever, but I mean, and another thing about concept art for Suicide Squad, there is concept art out there of the Joker in the Batmobile and then him going into a McDonald's drive-thru. I'm sorry, I'd rather see that than the squad taking on Steppenwolf. So this early concept art was before Johns, before, you know, big time meddling was happening. So if this is actually true, and he was going to have Steppenwolf and Mother Box's parademons in Suicide Squad, the change didn't come from Warner Brothers. It came from Snyder and Terrio. Because we gotta remember, guys, Snyder had a 5-part story plan that was happening for his, you know, his vision. And we already know what that consisted of. And it didn't consist of Suicide Squad. And I know a lot of people were pushing back on that a little bit, saying that Snyder incorporated this, incorporated that. I'm like, I don't see it. And like I said in my short video, and I'll say it again, I don't want the Suicide Squad to be the Justice League. I mean, the crew literally has 2 members with superpowers. And one of them went bad, which just leaves Diablo being the one with superpowers. Sure, you could say Katana kind of has one with her sword, but come on. These guys are supposed to be taking on covert missions. We got with the theatrical release was them just walking through an evacuated city where anyone can spot them. I mean, of course, and even the government knew of them and everything like that. I mean, my God. And this idea would have been worse, in my opinion, because we complain about the MCU constantly setting up movies, especially setting up the Avengers movies. This is exactly what that would have done. It would have just been, oh yeah, they're going to take on Steppenwolf and they don't survive because they don't have the tools to do it. Hey, we're going to lead into the Justice League taking it on. And I'm just going, no. If anything, I would have liked them to set up more things with, you know, where maybe it could have been a Suicide Squad versus Justice League, because yeah, there was those comic books that came with Rebirth, which were pretty awesome. And I'm going to wrap this video up with one last thing. People are believing Ayer wanted this in his movie, but don't seem to remember that his biggest regret of Suicide Squad was not having the Joker as the main villain. Quote, he said that. Yeah, I think we all would have loved that. So there you have it, guys. That's just my 2 cents on it. I think he's trolling, but if on an off chance that it's not the case, then I don't know. To me, I wouldn't have liked this. Maybe it would have been better, but who knows. But the fact that people thought this was a last-minute change, that's not the case. If that was the case, you know, like I said, Ayer's biggest regret was not having Joker be the main baddie. So I don't know. We'll see what happens. Maybe he'll clear it up. He'll put some clarity, or Snyder will do some clarity. Who knows what's going to happen? But there you go. That's my 2 cents. Let me know your thoughts about it down below, guys. What do you think about all this? Hit that like, thumbs up button if you'd be so kind. Subscribe to my channel. Visit filmjunkie.com for all my stuff. Visit the closet for shirts like this one if you want to, get a shirt or two. And, and follow me on the social media stuff. Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook. All right, guys?